all and welcome to this session of UX method for agile development. Before starting with agile and its life cycle, let us see how is UX, that is user experience, and software engineering together make an efficient project development. In today's era of omni-channel digital experiences, software engineers and UX design teams work together more closely than ever to design user experiences that are consistent and seamless across web and mobile applications. Here's how the collaboration works. When building a website or mobile application, the UX design team conducts UX research and user testing on various interfaces to determine what the team should build. The developers then build a functional application based on these findings, including the front-end interface and back-end software architecture. It's very important for software engineers and UX designers to understand each other's work so that they can build a software application that closely meet the end user's needs. The UX design helps software engineers to build a better software architecture. In rigorous process where we have complex work domain and complex interaction, the development and designing is most expensive and time consuming, as every process needs to be tested rigorously and made sure that every user has better user experience. However, if the project is small, we can always use shorter or abridged method like rapid method for testing the application where we can save time and cost. Agile software engineering approaches are incremental, iterative, and trust-driven means of delivering pieces of useful working software to customers frequently. For example, every 2 weeks. Let us see the meaning of incremental and iterative through the software development lifecycle model. Let us see few lifecycle models and then understand the agile method. Our first model is TDD, that is called as test-driven development. Test-driven development is a software development approach in which test cases are developed to specify and validate what the code will do. Test-driven development starts with designing and developing tests for every small functionality of an application. TDD process instructs developers to write new code only if an automated test has failed. This avoids duplication of code. Following steps define how to perform the TDD test. As you can see in the diagram, we add a test. We run and test and see if a new test has failed. We write some code. We run the test and refactor code. When we say refactor code, it means that we change the code to make it right and then repeat the process. Let us see the next model, that is incremental lifecycle model. Incremental model is a process of software development where requirements divided into multiple standalone modules of the software development lifecycle. In this module, each module goes through the requirements, design, implementation, and testing phase. Every subsequent release of the module adds function to the previous release. The process continues until the complete system is achieved. There are few advantages why incremental model is used. First, the client gets important functionality early. It generates working software quickly and early during the software lifecycle. The model is flexible and less costly to change scope and requirements. It is easier to test and debug during small iterations. In this model, customer can respond to each build. It lowers initial delivery cost. However, it is easy to manage risk because risky pieces are identified and handled during its iteration. There are some of the disadvantages of incremental model as well, such as it needs good planning and designing. If good planning and designing is done, then the model works really well. Incremental modeling needs a clear and complete definition of the whole system before it can be broken down and built incrementally. If the needs are not clear, if it does not have a complete definition, then if we break it down and build a model, maybe the model might not have everything as expected. The total cost is higher than the waterfall model. That is why at some places incremental is not preferred. Now let us see the next model, that is iterative model. In an iterative model, the iterative model life cycle does not start with a full specification of requirements. In this model, the development begins by specifying and implementing just part of the software, which is then reviewed in order to identify further requirements. Moreover, in iterative model, the iterative process starts with a simple implementation of small set of software requirements, which iteratively enhances the evolving versions until the complete system is implemented and ready to be deployed. Each release is iterative model. Each release of the iterative model is developed in a specific and fixed time period, which is called as iteration. The iterative model is used in some of the scenarios. Like first scenario, when the requirement of the complete system is clearly defined and understood, then we can use iterative model. The major requirements are defined while some functionalities and requested enhancements evolve with the process of development process. Iterative model can be used when a new technology is being used and is being learned by the development team while they are working on the project. Iterative models can be used if there are some high-risk features and goals which might change in the future. Iterative model can be used when the resources with needed skill sets are not available and are planned to be used on contract basis for specific iteration. Now let us understand what is agile. As the word goes agile, it means to be able to move quickly and easily. If we relate this to a method of project management, it is used specifically for software development that is characterized by the division of tasks into short phases of work and frequent reassessment and adaptations of plan. Since we have understood what is agile, let us understand what is agile development. Agile development is a rapid and lightweight approach to software and system development characterized by ultra fine-grained iterations. Agile model believes that every project needs to be handled differently and the existing methods need to be tailored to best suit the project requirement. In Agile, the tasks are divided into time boxes, that means small time frames, to deliver specific features for a release. Iterative process or iterative approach is taken and working software is built which is delivered after each iteration. Each build is incremented in terms of features. The final build holds all the features required by the customer. Agile software development lifecycle model is a combination of iterative and incremental process models which focus on process adaptability and customer satisfaction by rapid delivery of working software product. Agile method breaks the product into small models and these models later on are built and provided in iterations. Each iteration typically lasts for about 1 to 3 weeks. The Agile method is based on giving high priority to customer participation from the very beginning of development cycle. The objective is to keep the client involved at every step so that they have a product that they are happy with it at the end. This method saves the client money and time because the client tests and approves the product at each step of development. If there are some defects or challenges, then changes can be made during production cycles to fix the issue. Now, why is the need of agile, or why should we use agile process? Business have proven this model of project management with their increased client satisfaction rate. The value for business when we use this model include it has lower cost. It enables the client to be happier with the end product by making improvements and involving clients in every development throughout the process. It encourages open communication among team members and clients. It provides teams with a competitive advantage by catching the defects and making changes throughout the development process instead of at the end. It speeds up time spent on evaluation since each evaluation is only a small part of the whole project. It ensures changes can be made very quick and throughout the development process by having consistent evaluations to assess the product with the expected outcomes. It keeps each project transparent by having regular, consistent meetings with the clients and systems to allow everyone involved to access the project data and progress. Businesses use this model of project management to ensure that throughout the process, customers save time, money, and have the flexibility to make changes anytime during the life process model. When we say agile helps the team and the individuals to effectively prioritize the work and all the features. It helps us to understand and correct if there are any kind of challenges or issues into the system. Teams can make prototype, a solution or process for the next version of the project. However, when we say agile gives us a better feedback from the stakeholders and make sure that the end product is really good and people use it and people would like it. Most importantly, stakeholders and clients can provide feedback as and when the project evolves. Team gets a rapid feedback for each version and it becomes better to iterate it in the next process. That is why agile is iterative as well as incremental. Let us see the characteristics of agile. As I had told, agile process is iterative, incremental and ready to evolve. As typified in extreme programming, which we'll see in the next slide, agile software engineering code implementation occurs in small increments and iterations. This is very important for agile if we need to make sure that we do not have any major changes when production is being done. We have to make sure that we use agile development so that it is incremental and in every iteration we can make those changes and the changes are not really big. Agile software development methods describe the problem simply in terms of small distinct pieces and then implement these pieces in successive iterations. Each piece is tested until it works and is then integrated into the rest. In agile technique, it is preferred to have face-to-face communication and informal communication for better requirements and then better results. Feedback is taken at every step to avoid any kind of issues. It has lesser documentation to be made as compared to traditional software engineering method. The main principle or the main characteristic of agile software engineering method is to avoid big design upfront, which is also called as BDUF. That means we do not do detailed designing before starting to code. It leaves a very little space for design changes, which follows similar to as the waterfall model. The idea is to get code written as soon as possible and resolve problems to customers' feedback later. When code is written in agile method, code is written by two programmers working together and sharing one computer and one screen. That is always having a colleague watching over the programmer's shoulder. That means when one programmer is writing the code, the other programmer will review it. Similarly, when the one programmer is writing, the other might review it, so that the process goes faster, as well as there is no any kind of difficulty related to the errors coming up in the product. Now let us understand the life cycle aspect of agile method. Till now we have understood what is incremental model, what is iterative model, and the basic waterfall model. Now let us see a variation of these models with a concept called as the extreme programming. Now extreme programming is a agile software development framework that aims to produce higher quality software and higher quality of life for the development team. Extreme programming is most specific of agile frameworks regarding appropriate engineering practices for software development. Extreme programming is lightweight, efficient, it has low risk, it is flexible, it is predictable, it is scientific, and it is fun way of developing a software. Extreme programming was conceived and developed to address the specific needs of software development by small teams in the face of vague and challenging requirements. Extreme programming is one of the agile software development methods. It provides values and principles to guide the team behavior. The team is expected to self-organize. Extreme programming provides specific core practices. Each practice is simple and self-complete. A key assumption of extreme programming is that the cost of changing a program can be held mostly constant over the time. Extreme programming projects runs on top of speed because almost all the testing activities are automated. And extreme programming is very famous and people prefer it because it has the shortest iterative cycles among all the other agile methodologies. Extreme programming has simple rules that are based on 5 values to guide the teamwork. First is communication. Everyone on a team should work jointly at every stage of the project. Second, simplicity. Developers strive to write simple codes, bringing more value to a product as it saves time and cost. Feedback. Team members deliver software frequently, get feedback about it, and improve a product according to the new requirements. Respect. Every person assigned to a project contribute to a common goal. And most important, courage. Programmers objectively evaluate their own results without making excuses and are always ready to respond to changes. Here is an example where we can consider the agile approach and extreme programming. Building an e-commerce website in the waterfall model would require listing down all the requirements of the website before starting the actual design. However, in an agile process, the website would be built as a series of smaller functions like developing the home page or shopping cart or having filters or checkout modules. So smaller features together when combined makes up the whole project. This is where your extreme programming of agile comes into picture. Before understanding the difference between extreme programming and Scrum, let me tell you about Scrum. Scrum is a type of agile framework. It is a framework within which we can address complex adaptive problems while productivity and creativity of delivering product is at the highest possible values. Scrum also uses iterative process. Now let us see what is the difference between Scrum and extreme programming. In Scrum framework, team works in iterations called as sprint, which goes on to 1 to 2 months long. However, in extreme programming, team works only for 1 to 2 weeks. Scrum model does not allow changes in their timeline or their guidelines. However, extreme programming allows changes in their timelines. Scrum emphasizes self-organization. However, extreme programming emphasizes on strong engineering practices. In Scrum, a sprint plan cannot be changed after it is accepted. However, in extreme programming, the plans can change even during the process of work. Extreme programming team works only in a strict priority order. They must follow customers' priorities without changing them. Scrum framework is not fully described. If you want to adopt it, then you need to fill the framework with your own frameworks method like extreme programming, Kanban, etc. However, in extreme programming can be directly applied to a team. Extreme programming is also known for its ready to apply features. So these were the differences between extreme programming and Scrum. Thank you.